I'll stab it in there, lit, not realizing the tiki torch has a canister of oil attached with it. So I go to jab it in the ground, and I just feel the oil splash on me, and it's lit. And I freeze, and I'm like, I'm not on fire, am I? And I look back, and I am on fire, like straight up. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dual Hemisphere Hangout. My name is Luke, and join with me each and every week. I do have my lovely co-host Jake. Jake, my man, say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone. I think that's 2 weeks in a row now where I've tried to take a sip of coffee and you've gone quicker on the intro than I expected.
It's only because I felt me saying "ewi" instead of "every," and I was like, I gotta get it out. I feel it coming.
So apologies if you just heard me vigorously throw my coffee down my throat. It's not the ASMR that you want when you quickly boot up a podcast. It's like, oh yeah, I want to listen to some rambling chats, and it's like,
hello.
Oh well.
Oh my goodness.
Right. Oh well. What we should break the fourth wall. Why not? Straight off the rip. It's a Friday, and for me, and a Thursday for Luke. Oh my god!
I know.
We get a small insight into what life could be if we were both part-time.
Yes. It's a very nice. It is a very nice feeling. I know. I hit Jake up this week. I was like, hey, just let you know that I'm off on Friday, so I've got an extra 2 days, honestly, to get together if we want to work on some stuff. And he was like, yeah, so do I. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. But yeah, no, we in the US, Good Friday, for those who aren't familiar, Friday before Easter, it's a bank holiday. So most businesses like banks, schools, doctors' offices are pretty much closed unless you work retail. But it's basically every place is usually open besides retail locations. Everything else is closed besides retail locations, which are open. So yeah, we're closed, which is really nice. I don't think I've had a proper actual day off since Christmas, so it's really nice. But
hats off to you, Luke, because Jesus Christ, my last day off. Well, I had a massive amount of time off when my dad came in February.
Yeah,
and I'm feeling it now. I'm ready for another break. I really want another.
I'm gonna need a vacation after these next 2 weeks. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. You might be seeing me for a whole week.
Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy. We can make some serious progress on projects that we've got in the background. Yeah. Well, I mean, we already have made some serious progress, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. We're making really good strides, honestly. Considering it's our first big project together, I feel like overall, we are getting it. We're making good strides.
Yeah,
because it's literally my first time scripting, my first time really recording anything more than just a podcast and some videos here and there and TikToks back in the day, where I just freeball.
Yeah, TikToks are harder though than what people expect, right? They don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's actually tried to do a TikTok. Most of my short form content has just been stream rips, which is I'm not specifically recording for that purpose. But when you start doing specific recordings for a specific purpose, it's a wild ride, man. You find out that you can't read at all. How many times you say and and mispronounce words?
Learning how to enunciate your words so they don't slur. You're on your 5th beer. Even though you're stone cold sober. Would you want to be drunk after the 10th time you try to say it one line?
I think a lot of the Genlock scripting that I actually did was 1 or 2 beers deep. Because it I don't know. I don't get nervous, but it helped me read better.
Mhm.
Like, I maybe I
Fair.
was more relaxed. Maybe I did just like sit down because it can take hours, man. It can take a
It
long,
really
long
can.
time. I I don't know. what- I, I don't know how like all these long form content creators do it. Like long form, we know people that put videos out a week, like every
Yeah.
week, and it's like 40 minutes of scripted content with a playthrough of like a game, maybe Pokemon
Mhm.
or Tomb Raider, whatever tickles you pickle. And they're
Yeah.
pumping it out every week. And we've been going for
Mhm.
months.
Yeah.
Months. The script is probably going to take a month,
Yeah.
maybe more. It's-
Yeah. It's definitely gonna, yeah, I mean, but to be fair, I mean, I feel like everyone's first, like, or second, third, like, heavy video script was they put in a lot of hours, right? And then once I think it progressively gets easier when you're like, all right, I know my setup. Oh, I know how to read. Oh, I know how to look at the camera and read at the same exact time.
Oh, that's hard.
Like what
That's hard.
I
That's
know.
too hard.
It's like memorizing your lines, being able to read and be like, oh, okay, this did this. And you're like, all right, yeah, this did this and that did that. And then you're like, oh, what comes next? I'm like, yeah. And then you can improvise a little bit,
I mean, maybe we're not made of money, but like the Elgato teleprompter has got to be it's got to be good, right?
Yeah, that I mean, yeah, definitely. Or one of these vertical monitors where it's like your camera's right here and you have like a little nice little screen like right here where you're like, yeah, and you can
I'm
just kind of look.
surprised
That'd be.
that
I'm surprised it hasn't been made.
yeah, it hasn't been made like the content creator screen where it's basically
Yeah,
like your camera is in the middle of the screen, so it always
yeah,
appears as if you're looking at it, but you can look
mhm.
around it and not get away with it. But then maybe that might be a bit weird. I don't know if that like would
Probably
come
looks
across
weird.
jarring in content. Always looking at the camera. I mean,
Everything looks different.
we don't look at the camera
No,
when we do podcasts.
no,
So it's like if imagine if I was
no.
just talking to you like this like all the time. So-
Yeah, I'm like trying to look. I'm trying to. I try to specifically when I do it. I try to specifically put my camera over your face, like under your face. So when I'm like looking at your camera, trying to see your reaction, so I can still kind of look at you. But then sometimes I look at my face. And I'm like, oh, there I go.
I'm very vain. I constantly look at my camera because I'm looking to see if my camera does this
It's
weird thing where it glitches out sometimes, and I can't
yeah.
recreate it with anything.
Mhm.
It's just what it is. I need to get a new one. I really need to get a new one, but I don't want to spend money on anything.
Oh,
But then
same.
I did get like an eBay itch this week, and I am resisting so bad, Luke. Like there's so many
A
things I
what?
see on eBay that I want to buy,
Mhm.
and I don't have the money for it anymore. Rent's going up next
Fair.
week. Like
Now rent's due. Rent was due is due today. I haven't paid it yet. I'll pay it tomorrow when I get paid.
mine went out last night.
um.
Like
Oh God. My one thing I like about my apartment complex is they're really, really chill. And I'm not gonna it's just kind of funny. They literally told me on the phone because I was just like, because I told them I was like, hey, I'm just letting you know, like, I was like, I still have like your typical there's like in the contract, I have a 5-day grace period, like, right? If I don't get paid, I don't have to pay it on the first. I have to like the fifth. He's like, man, you have it. I was like, man, you have the guy was like, man, you have to the 12th. It's like, huh? It's like, yeah, the 12th. And I'm like, okay. And it's like, and honestly, as long as it's under $500, I don't care. So I'm like,
right, cool. Yeah, that's
and I'm
actually
just
really
like,
sound.
yeah. I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah, I mean, as long as your bill's under $500 on the 12th, I don't gotta put a notice on your door. You're fine. And so I'm like,
Oh,
all right, cool.
sound
But
landlord.
I don't play with that. I don't play with that fire. Well, yeah, I mean, it just depends, man. Because at the end of the day, like, I feel like where I'm living, it's a there's so many things under the like different complexes under the big brand, but I think there's only one guy running it, and I think this location specifically is just the one where they're just like, we don't care, like
Yeah.
just this because everything in this apartment area, they're all studio apartments. They're all one bedroom, one bath. They're all like I pay 11.20 for what where I'm at right now. So it's not nearly as bad. Utilities are about water's included, power is we'll see how it runs in the summer. But my last power bill was $30 because I didn't have the AC on at all. I just cracked the windows because I like it cold in my house, anyways.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it's like at in the summertime. But when I go home, when I leave to go to work every day, I open the windows and turn off the AC so it's not running during the day.
Yeah.
So like it's only running on the weekends and it's only running for at nighttime for like maybe 8 hours during the day. That's about it.
Yeah,
So
we're in the Goldilocks zone now where we don't need AC.
yeah,
It's gonna, but our
yes.
split system's gonna turn from cold to hot soon. Like when Rich
Mm,
gets up and it's 5 a.m. Oh man, the house is Baltic.
yeah.
It's
And it's gonna drop again. Like it's so weird. Like Virginia is so weird because it's like I said, there's some days where we have like 4 seasons in a day. And then there's days where like today it's like 80, 75, 80 degrees outside. But come Monday, it's going to be back in the 40s and 50s, and just like, it's kind of hit or miss. We always have a pretty decent spring, but then summers get miserable. But yeah, so we'll see in the summertime. I was equivalent. My power bill will be high in the summer, like it is all for everyone. But I will be low in the winter because I like the cold and I don't have to worry about heating my whole fucking house.
yeah.
So I'm like, come on, December, bring it on.
Yeah, I'm very
I'll
glad
wear
to be
sweat.
like
I'll cut.
out of peak summer or
Yeah,
whatever it is. Ah, fuck. I don't think we'll get
yeah,
40-degree days anymore. This
mhm,
week is going to be lovely though. I've got the
yeah.
barbecue ready. Don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm gonna crack up the smoker again. I'll have to relearn everything
Nice.
that I did last time because I did it all wrong. My wood was
Oh,
not
really?
dry or hot enough.
No.
So I wasted 2 hours and I had to skim a bit of meat just because like it was bad smoke, man. Bad smoke is not.
Yeah,
It ruins it from the
yeah.
start.
I want that. Yeah.
Um, but I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Rich said she wanted to do so. There was like I saw a recipe for like tofu burnt ends, and it seems pretty decent because tofu smokes really well. Like
Yeah.
and it. I suppose does it have the same texture as brisket? I mean, when brisket's smoked 12 hours, it doesn't have any texture; it just melts. So I imagine tofu
Yeah.
does the
Same thing
exact
as
same thing.
Yeah, it does. I like tofu. It's weird. Well, the reason why I like tofu is I like because it literally is just so bland that it just absorbs everything that you're cooking with it, right? So that's why I really enjoy it because it's like okay, yes, it's like a broth. It's like a basic ass broth. You put a bunch of shit in it, and the broth absorbs the flavor. It's the same thing as tofu. But man, there's this one place in Tallahassee in Florida that had like the best spicy fried tofu, man, and it was so fucking good. I would get that shit well, I never paid for anything. I just walked in and they were like, "Here you go." But, you know, it was but yeah, every time I worked that event, man, at the co-op, man, I was just like, "Tofu? All right." They're like, "Yeah, help yourself. Just come in and grab some and walk out. You're good." And I'm like, "All right."
I wish I
But yeah,
liked
I miss it.
cold meats better.
Okay.
More. Well, not better.
Deli meat?
More. Yeah. Like because when I do a barbecue, I like to do like the big cuts. Like it's a
Yeah.
challenge. It's like
Okay.
I want to throw the fucking big boy on and I want to make like
Mhm.
some proper goods. But there's only me and Rich, so
Yeah.
I I, I can't justify a long smoke out because I'm
Mhm.
not going to throw a 12-pound brisket on there because there's only
Yeah.
me and I'm not going to eat it. And then when it goes cold, I just
Mhm.
probably won't touch it. It gets all gelatinous and not very nice
Yeah.
for me anyway. I mean, you could put it in
Mhm.
pies and stuff, and I'm not a big fan of pies. Again, it's the jelly.
Yeah.
The texture doesn't really do much for me. But I have started looking at maybe like some sweet, like dessert
Okay.
type barbecue stuff. Because
Okay.
you can do sweet on the barbie. People forget it's not
Mhm.
just all burgers and sausages and big old
Steaks and all
lumps of
that good
meat.
stuff. Yep. Yep.
Because the veggies are pretty cool. I do love
Mhm.
like a baked potato. Like wrap it in foil, straight on the coals, let that thing crisp, burn it to the ground, then slap big old salted butter on the top. Oh my days. I'm salivating. It's only it's 9:30 in the
Mhm.
morning.
And I just ate dinner.
But I've been looking at like do you What do you call like apple crumble? Is it cobbler? What's a cobbler?
Yeah, we call it an apple. We call it a cobbler. Like we call it apple cobbler, but my sister calls it a crumble.
Yeah.
But to be fair, me and my sister are pretty. I hate saying like we're cultured, but like we also are we're also like history majors, and we know about different cultures, and we picked up a lot like from learning a lot of things. And we are Irish at the end of the day, so we kind of pick up a lot of the stuff like in like that our grandmother would say, because she was born in Ireland. My grandmother's grandmother was born in Ireland, so it kind of like certain language and stuff like that kind of got passed through, and so she always called it crumble. She never called it a
Yeah.
cobbler, right?
No.
But like if I say, yeah, want to try some of my apple crumble, they'll be like, what is that? It's like a cobbler, you know. But
But yeah, I've been looking
yeah.
at maybe like an apple, blackberry, raspberry type cobbler on
Ooh,
the Barbie, and I was like, how does it smoke? It's like if I put it in and
yeah.
just smoke it, like if you get like the smoky flavor on the oats, like the rolled
Hmm.
oats, I was like that could
Hmm.
work. That could work. So I'll,
Yeah.
I'll report back probably next week, and it'll all been a
Nice.
disaster.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. That is one thing I do miss. The one thing I don't necessarily like about living in a duplex is because I don't have like I could theoretically have a grill, but I would have to put it outside, and it's like in a shared complex.
Mm,
And so if I really wanted to, like, I'd probably have to carry it, like lug it back upstairs. I don't want anyone to mess with it overnight and stuff like that. So that's the only downside. Because I did like when I at the old Norfolk place that we had a nice grill out there, and I would go out there and make steaks and burgers and hot dogs. Like I would just go out there. Like it would be 6 o'clock in the evening, and I'm like, all right, I want a steak, and instead of cooking it in the pan, I would put some coals out there and turn it on, and yeah, it took a little bit longer than pan frying it, but still, it's always great.
yeah, I mean we've got a dual one, we've got a combi, so we've got gas and coal and the smoker, so
Ooh,
it's like a triple.
nice.
Um, so yeah, if you want to go out on an evening, you don't even have to cook the coals up. You just rip the gas on.
Yep.
It's hot within seconds. Get
Mhm.
and
Have
it.
fun.
I, I still feel I'm still part of the gas Barbie is not barbecue. Like it just
Yeah.
isn't. Like
It's not.
it's
It's not.
if you're not cooking over open flame, you're not a real person.
You're not a real man or
You're not a
woman.
real man. You're not a pit master like me.
Yeah.
It's one thing I would like to really get good at is
Yeah.
open flame cooking, but
Mhm.
it's the only like culinary area I've taken an interest in. Because I am,
Yeah.
I'm not awful at cooking, but
Mhm.
I just cook the basics, man. I don't do any
Mhm.
fancy dancy shit. My steaks, three
Yeah.
minutes on each side. I do a
Yep.
microwave bag of veg, you know those steam
Yeah.
bags, and then
Mhm.
I've got this chip cutter, so I get one potato, smash it through the chip cutter, throw it in the air fryer for 12
Yeah.
minutes. That's your meal.
Mhm.
And last night I had
There you go.
chicken wraps. It was just
Mhm.
I it was quite scary actually. I said to Rich, and we done a workout, and my legs
Uh-huh.
are burning at the moment. Um,
Yeah.
and I threw chicken thigh in. And I was gonna make some like chicken wraps. I can't call them really tacos because it was chicken, red capsicum or red bell pepper, whatever you want to call it,
Mhm.
um, and some jalapenos, and then like a
Okay.
taco sauce seasoning type thing.
Yeah.
I clapped off 500 grams of chicken thigh in 7.5 minutes. And I
Ooh.
was like, I need to slow down eating because that is going to give me indigestion. And lo
Oh,
and
yeah.
behold, 20 minutes
It
later, I got hit like a brick wall. So I'm
Did
trying
you
to train myself. Like, I need to eat slower. And because I'm
uh-huh.
trying to lose weight as well, I've also put a ban on myself eating 45 minutes post meal. Like
Okay.
that's the big one that's working a lot because I will just go straight for the ice cream tub. I'll just go straight for the chocky, like get it out the
Yeah.
fridge. And I was like, ooh, I'll wrap it with a sweet tooth. And before I know it, I've
Mm.
absolutely rinsed half a tub of ice cream or a full like share size
Yeah.
chocolate bar. But that
Mhm.
45 minutes is actually really helping. It's like set a timer
That's
on your
good.
phone. don't touch anything other than water or I mean, I had a beer last night. I'd worked hard this week. I had 3
Yeah.
pints of Asahi, and I was like,
There
"Oh,
you
this
go.
is good." I was watching Ludwig's Tip to Tip. If you haven't been watching it, Luke, I highly recommend
Nope.
it. It's like a daily vlog. It's an edited vlog.
Mhm.
They are going from South China to the north of China on
Okay.
motorbikes. They're not allowed
Oh,
to
fun.
use any translation apps, any
Oh, wow.
maps, any phone. Like their phones is literally just like as an emergency. Like you can make calls off it and text. You know, like when you put your phone on there's like
Airplane mode.
lockdown mode or whatever it is,
Oh,
where
yeah.
you know, like it
Mhm.
disables all the apps barring like camera and phone messaging, text messaging stuff. Basically, they don't use it. It's it's hilariously funny because they've got
Okay.
maybe 3 months of Mandarin being taught to them.
Oh my gosh.
There's also another one they did. This is Tip to Tip 2. They did Tip to
Oh.
Tip 1 where they did Japan, and
Oh,
that
that's
that
fun.
one was really fun. This one's just as fun, um, but it was a whole when it's a brand new concept and you start watching it like that. Oh man,
Mm.
it's fun. So
That's cool.
they're uploading daily. So that's my
That's
tea
your, like,
time
meal.
routine at the moment. I
Yeah.
eat and I watch Tip to Tip 2 and I have a
Mhm.
beer. Oh man, last night was almost bliss. It was bliss.
There you go.
And here we are
There you
on a
go.
Friday, man. And I've got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And
There
Monday.
you
Do
go.
you get the Monday? No.
No.
Oh,
No. Yeah. No, we don't. I know, it's a shame. Well, let me ask you this question. You brought it up that you ate so much right after your workout. How many meals do you eat during the day? Like,
um,
proper meals like, do you eat a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner, or are you more like a snack for breakfast, maybe a banana at lunch, and then a big dinner? Like, what is your eating style? I'm just curious.
so like on a weekend, so
Mhm,
I'll treat today as a weekend. I will eat once.
mhm.
Um, I'll just have one
Okay,
meal. Um,
okay.
maybe some snacky bits throughout the day. I'll
Mm,
have maybe 2 or 3 black coffees, but 2 of them will
okay.
be decaf. I just like
Mhm.
I think it's the action of having a coffee in my hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like the taste, but I do like the taste. It's very weird. I just
Mhm. Yeah.
I can tell I'm addicted to caffeine. So we have like caffeine free cokes
Yes.
and everything. So it's like I get
Yeah.
my body is getting the sensation of what it wants, but no caffeine.
Mhm.
Uh, during the week, I never have breakfast ever. I just don't.
Okay.
And at lunchtime or dinner time, whichever one you want to call it, it's at midday. I'll have I go through phases. At the moment, I'm having cream cheese bagels, just a
Okay.
bagel cut in half, cream cheese on
Mhm.
top. I have been
Okay.
cussed out a lot recently at work because there is a bagel Illuminati at work, and they get really they get really frustrated because what I do, I get sweet chili. They're called grain waves, so they're a bit like they're not crisps, like they're not chips as you would call
Mhm.
them. I'm trying to describe how they are. They're thicker and they're in like
Okay.
waves. It's like the healthy chip. You know, you've seen them before,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Um,
like the not baked ones, but there's the kettle chips.
yes, similar,
Like,
very similar. And I
okay.
get like sweet chili or jalapeno versions of those, crush them up, and then sprinkle them on the top of my cream cheese bagel. Oh man, you should see some faces at work. There is
I'm not gonna lie, I'm with your coworkers on this one. The fuck?
and they were like, "Why the fuck are you doing that?" I was like, "Because I don't want to eat raw jalapeno because you won't see me for 2 hours afterwards because I'll be
Fair.
dropping the kids off at the pool."
Yeah. That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
and if I have to go into the clean room, I've had to do it once where I've had to run out because.
You're
And
like,
I'm
"Oh,
triple
shit."
geared up. I'm
Literally.
ripping that
You're
shit
like,
off
"Oh,
like the
shit."
Hulk.
That's so
um, but yeah, so that, and then I'll have maybe some like mini cucumbers or mini carrots,
mhm,
snack sized cucumbers or carrots, and
mhm.
a couple of oat bars, like with like the dried
Okay.
yogurt on top,
Mhm.
and that'll be it really for the day. And then my
Okay.
meals really consist of meat, veg, and potato.
Yeah.
They just
Fair.
rotates through. Sometimes I have
Mhm,
wraps, sometimes I have burgers. Like
mhm.
I don't eat very healthily, but it costs.
Yeah.
I can't afford to eat healthily. Like I don't eat a lot of
Eh
like fresh fruit and veg because I can't afford to buy it. That's
yeah. Yeah, no, that's the number one thing. Like people are like, "You gotta eat healthy." It's like, "Yeah, can you afford to eat healthy?" No, and that's the reason why. Like that's why, like at least here, like America's fat because everything is super, super expensive. Like to eat healthy. Like I mean, sure, you can buy, you know, strawberries for $1 or $2, right? Like that's fine, but that's gone in a day or 2 days and stuff like that. So, I mean, I get where people come from. Yeah, I'm very similar. I'm like we're just kind of swapped. Like the week during the week, I eat one meal, and during the weekend, I usually have a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner because I have time to do that. Right? Like that's the difference, right? Like for me, I'll work. I don't really get anything. I mean, really, my morning routine is if I don't have one of these in the fridge, 7-Eleven, Monster, nothing else, walk out. Um, and then sometimes the cook will bring me like whatever the kids are having, but it's like I don't eat it because it's it's not gonna. I'm not gonna eat cheesy beef and macaroni for dinner for a lunch. I'm not doing that. Like if it's like a chicken patty or something like that, I'll take a fucking chicken patty, like some basic ass shit. Or like they do. She does do this really good like chicken pasta salad, which is actually really good. I'll have that. But like again, it's like a cup. Like it's like a little. It's like a little cup. It's like a small
bite
serving,
size.
maybe 5 ounce, maybe like 5 ounces. Something very quick that we can because I get on. It's like you better give me the same amount of give me one serving that you give the kids. I don't want any more. Like we're not wasting food. Like if you don't have anything for me, don't bring it to me. It's fine. You don't have to make extra for me. It's okay. Um, and then when I get home, come home from dinner, that's where I usually will make like the steaks, the chicken, the pork chops. Like I like, dude, I've like I don't know what it is, man. I'm like obsessed with pork for some reason. I
It's a
like
versatile meat.
I'll yeah, I'll have pork chops and then I'll do like a pork loin and then obviously like on the week not obviously, but on the weekends I'll do like some bacon or a sausage patty with some eggs. And I'm just like and then it's like then the other meats are just chicken and then like steak. Like I always have I'll have steak twice a week. Um, and then I always keep, I keep when I'm feeling really lazy after a long day, I always keep like the quick air fryer shit in the
Mm.
freezer. So like I do have like your typical stone pizza. Like I have like a DiGiorno pizza, like I'll slide in the oven for like 15 minutes and I'll like cut half of that up and then I'll save the other half for later. Or I'll have like your typical, what is it? Like I'll have like your boneless wings and stuff like that. You just throw in the air fryer for like 6 or 7 minutes, like quick and easy stuff. Like for like after a long day, like for today, for example, I'll just like if I didn't eat until like we hopped on, so I made a quick sandwich. But like I was like, if I was gonna eat today, it's gonna be a quick like. All right, let's throw these little wings in the air fryer for 15 minutes, get some ranch, and call it a day. Um, but no, I think it is interesting because yeah, on the weekends, but when I have the time, I'm like, all right, it's 9 o'clock. I'll make some eggs and bacon and some toast, and I'll go sit down and watch a show or something like that. And then lunch will like 1 or 2 o'clock will come around. I usually don't eat like a lunch. Like maybe that's where I'll have like my snack. Like I'll go grab the chips from like the counter, or like I'll pop a bag of popcorn or something like that, and I'll have that around noontime. And then like 6 or 7 o'clock, I'll like make dinner properly. But it's always accompanied with a meal because usually on my days off, like it's I will watch TV. I can binge some TV when I want to. I can binge an anime when I want to. But for some reason, like I don't know, my mom said it was really funny. She's like, as a kid, she said I would get bored and I would just eat because I was bored. Because I had
Yeah.
nothing to do. Like I was just sitting there. She's like, "You're bored. You're bored, Luke. Go do something. That's why you're going to the fridge for a snack. You're bored." And so I always like associated that. Like I'm just watching TV. When I would diet, like I would just play video games. 'Cause that's what I would do when I would diet. Because I would not my brain, my ADHD brain could not focus on anything else except the game in front of me. Like, I could sit there like a vegetable and play a game for 10 hours straight and not be bothered. Like, it was the craziest thing, like and I still do that from time to time. Like, if I'm, like, really absorbed in a game, like, God, when was the last time I did that? But not I was this year. It was with Persona 3 when went back to replay when I moved back to Virginia. Like I was sat there from like 8 a.m. to like 2 in the morning and I did not move. I just sat there, maybe got up to go pee and shit like that. But I always just found it so weird that like now as an adult, obviously you have more control over yourself. You can be like, no, Luke, you don't need those fucking chips. Like you're fine, like, you're good. But I always just found it easier because I'm like, oh, that's my biggest fear. Is like I'm an adult now. I'm like, yes, I have things to do, but like, like I'm gonna get bored. I'm gonna gain all this weight. That's not the case. I have better self control now. But
I
I'm like, my
don't.
mom was like, I know. I have a little bit better self control, but I do
I
have a
have to have.
killer sweet tooth.
Ah, me
That's
too,
about
man.
it.
Me too. But the only way I
Like
could
I'm
control it is
used. Yeah.
I just have to not buy it. The self control comes in the supermarket because if I don't buy it, it's not in the
Yeah.
house and I won't eat it.
Yeah.
Like that's
Hmm.
just the be all and end all. And especially because I
Yeah.
eat so late, I eat
Yeah.
around maybe like 9, 10 o'clock at night. Um,
Hmm.
the stores are closed. So if I
Yeah.
get like the revenge of I don't know sweet tooth coming in like ravenous, like I need this now, like some
Yeah.
fiending for it. I can't get it
Yeah.
anywhere.
Must be nice because it's I have a 7-Eleven literally across the complex. I'm like, I gotta go get a monster. So I just got my key, not even my keys. I just grabbed my phone because that's all I need to buy anything.
Put
Is
the
I
slides
grabbed
on.
my phone, put the slides on, threw the hoodie on, and literally just walked across the street to the 7-Eleven, walked in, walked out, and came back in less than 5 minutes. I'm like, well, fuck, if I really wanted chocolate, well, midnight, I'm like, well, I could do it. I
Oh,
might
I
see
think
some
even
questionable
our
characters out front, but like,
like I'm trying to think of like if there are any 7-Elevens near me. I don't think they are, but they're always attached to like petrol stations, and they shut. They shut like
yeah,
fairly. It's not like the 7-Eleven the usual opening hours, which I thought was like universal. That's why it's called
mhm,
7-Eleven, right?
yeah,
Was it 7
7-Eleven.
days a week,
Yep,
11 hours a day, or whatever it is?
yep, mhm, yep,
Not 7 till 11, which people
yeah,
think it is like
no,
7 a.m. till 11 p.m. No, 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 no.
yeah, no, some of those motherfuckers are open to, like, fucking 24 hours, like,
Yeah,
there's I like, it's too late when the 7-Eleven's closed. That's how I say, you shouldn't be out and about, the
you should be in bed.
7-Eleven's closed. Yeah, you should not be out and about, the 7-Eleven's closed. But then again, we live in a very touristy area, like, I live in Norfolk on the beach and, like, in the ocean for, like, those things have to be open, like, 24/7 because it is, like, a party bar, dive bar area that you would go. You just can't buy alcohol at that time, but like you could go get something to sober you up or go grab something, grab water or something like that. It's just a very universal thing where I've
What's
never,
the latest you can the latest time you can buy alcohol there?
I think it's like 11. After 11, they shut it off.
Because I have a very funny story of we have
Okay. Let's hear
me
it.
and
Let's hear it.
me, Craig, Matty, and Michael,
Hmm.
which is like we went on. It wasn't a lads' holiday because you can't really call it that. It was just a city
Yeah.
break where we've done
Yeah.
it twice now. We've done Barcelona and we've
Hmm.
done Copenhagen, where we just go
Hmm.
and just get absolutely rat-assed. But it's not
Hmm.
partying. It's mainly like
Yeah.
bars. It's day drinking. Go back to the hostel,
Hmm.
sleep, wake up hungover as hell, walk around a city, look at some sights, and then start drinking again. It's not
Hmm.
like a lads' holiday like Ibiza where boom, 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 clubs every night. We don't do clubs.
Yeah.
We were in Barcelona. We had hit up a few bars. We were on the way home. I'm the biggest drinker in the group, so I'm not done
Hmm.
yet, boys. I need to get in the UK. This is normal, right? But bear in mind, I haven't moved to Australia at this point. In the UK, it's normal. You can walk into any 24-hour corner shop and just buy alcohol. That is the only reason
Yeah.
they are open. Is like to supply you with alcohol when you go
Hmm.
home from the clubs at like 3, 4 a.m. Pick up a
Hmm.
bottle of vodka, you pick up a couple of Red Bulls, and you carry the night on at home. And all your neighbours get really annoyed. So I'm trotting down the street as a British man, like, oh, this store's open, and like they hadn't padlocked the fridges. So I'm there picking out all this alcohol, and the store guy comes up to me, and I don't have a fucking clue what he was saying. It was in Spanish. I mean, I kind of look
Hmm.
like like I probably give the vibe that I could speak Spanish, couldn't. So he came up to me, yap 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 yap, like, and then started taking all the alcohol out of my hands. And I was like, What's going on?" And then he realized I'm British. He goes, "Oh, just tell me what you want. Just tell me what you want." So he starts like, I'm pointing at all these things. I was like, "Look at this service, man. This is great." He's just ramming it all in this blue paper bag, like. And he goes, and I get to the till and I pay, and he goes, "Shh, shh," because I keep like shouting out to Craig, and my friend's like, "Do you want anything else? Do you like what do you want?" He's like, "Shh, shh, shh."
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, this is great service." And I was like, why so secretive?" He goes, "I'm not allowed to sell you this past midnight. It's 3 a.m." And,
That's
and
so
we were just
funny.
4 British guys just descending on this one poor shop, raiding, like pulling out all of the alcohol crates, bottles. This poor little man was like, "Stop, please stop. If the police come,
Please.
I'm gonna get arrested."
I'm
Yeah,
going to
but
jail.
that was a very fun moment, and that's when I realized that not everywhere's like the UK.
Yeah. No,
You're
it's so
not supposed
funny.
to buy alcohol at that time, because even the supermarkets in the UK, they're open till, but most of them that are open 24 hours, and you
Yeah.
can buy alcohol at 3 in the morning if you want alcohol at 3 in the morning.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's just,
Nope.
can you get
Nope.
past the self checkouts? Because it
Yeah.
will, if it wants to ID you, if it looks at you and says, like, you're not old enough, there ain't no staff there to approve it. Like,
Yeah.
they don't man the self checkouts at that time. There's
Yeah.
just shelf stackers. I was
Yeah.
like, well, I guess it's free. See ya. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. No, I've never done that.
Oh, boy. They're like there's, like, one guy, one FBI agent that watches our podcast. He's like, "We got him.
We got it, boys.
We knew it. We knew it." Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But yeah, it's interesting, like, you bring it up, like, man, like, those like, some of like, God, the college stories, the drinking stories, man, they're so fun. Like I will admit, like I do miss those days because I don't drink anymore. Like I'll drink like for a social occasion. Like if like I go visit Jake or Jake were to come over here, like I would drink with Jake. Like I would go like if I was going to my friend's house, I would go drink. But like the days of me drinking like just to drink at the end of the day, they're just kind of done for me. But I've also never like personally like been into like I've never really like had that hankering for alcohol. I've just never been like that kind of person. I don't know if that's like personal issues because my dad was an alcoholic, so I've always like been very mindful of what I'm doing, or I'm telling myself, I'm like, hey, you're gonna go have fun tonight with your friends. You're allowed to enjoy this. But I always tell myself like this is just how I live my life. It's like when I come home, there's never going to be alcohol in there. If unless I'm having a party or unless I'm going somewhere, there will never be alcohol in my fridge. There'll be never be alcohol in my home because I don't want ever to be like that one day where I'm like, I'm stressed, I'm done, I need to have a beer. Because I'm like that. It's just the internal fear of
Yeah,
that for me. Because I was like, I don't want to be an alcoholic like my father was. But I do. But I guess it's like hearing that story just brings me back to us going when we went down to Florida and like after after the hellish time that you guys had of trying to get in the house. And you're like, I didn't know how to get in the house. So I come in there. I'm like, you mean this right here? Like boop, boop, boop. And got in the house. And then we just sat down and just knocked out a 16 pack in like, I don't know, like if
2 hours.
hour, 2 hours or whatnot. They're like, all right, time for bed. Like those are the nights where I'm like, I remember that. Like that was a fun night. Like that's cool. And it's there's yeah, I have stories for days, man. Like, I'll tell one. This one's funny. This is the college days. I was a senior in college, and like everyone, like when you're a senior in college, like you don't stay on campus. Like if you're in campus sponsored housing, like you're off campus properly. So we got the townhouse. So it was me, my 4 friends, and like the way like anything works, like townhouses, parties and stuff like that. Like everyone like on the strip, there's like 5 townhouses. Like the back doors were open. Everyone was just drinking in the backyards. Like it was a whole like block party essentially, but more like townhouse party. People walking in and out of people's houses. We had this tiki torch. At this tiki torch, and it felt like someone like it fell out of the ground or something like that in my drunk ass, and I don't even and I've never sobered up quicker a day in my life, I went to go. My dumbass is like, "Oh, it's lit. It's fine. Like, I'll stab it in there, lit." Not realizing the tiki torch has a canister of oil attached with it. So I go to jab it in the ground, and I just feel the oil splash on me, and it's lit. And I freeze, and I'm like, I'm not on fire, am I? And I look back, and I am on fire, like straight up on fire. Like my whole shoulder is on fire. Like I don't even know because I'm drunk as shit, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm on fire. So I stopped, drop, and roll, and it goes out. Like it was not a big deal. Like it was like a quick thing. Oh shit, pat, pat, and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're good. But man, I fucking reeked of oil for the rest of the night.
Oh,
And
it's
it was awful. I took like 3 showers, and my girlfriend at the time was just like, you, sir, are done. Go to
yep.
bed. Like, I can't even be around you because you smell like shit. I'm like, fair. She's like, don't ever do that. Like, that was the dumbest thing ever. I'm like, but it got, but I was like, did it get in the ground? I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah. I was like, well, then it was okay. It was worth it. And it's a fun story to say at the end of the day. But yeah, that was probably like, not like top craziest ones, but it's definitely one of my more memorable ones. From just
I
like,
can.
I don't know what the
You
fuck.
you trumped me on that one because I could definitely say that I have never, ever set myself on fire while drunk.
Yeah, I think that's I think it's the American in me that came out.
I mean,
But it
tiki
was a
torches
fun
are
time.
very naturally American, even though they're meant to. We don't really have
It's
them
supposed to be
here.
like
It's
Hawaiian. It's supposed to
yeah,
be Hawaiian. We just took their culture and we've whitened it up.
yeah. All my my drinking stories are like fairly tame.
Mhm.
I don't really lose like inhibitions or like people get blackout drunk. I
Yeah.
can remember what goes on most like
Yeah, same.
90% of the time. Like there's only been a
I've
couple
never
of occasions where I've
blacked
been
out one
blackout,
time. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the only time I've been blackout, I'll only allow myself to get that point when I'm at home or I'm at a friend's house. I'll never do it in public.
Mhm.
Like it's not.
Yeah, never, never. Like all these
I
things
think
I'm in. Yeah.
at 18, my 18th birthday, I threw it at my house. I had a lot of friends
Yeah.
over. I think I was blackout by 7 p.m. It was fucking because you're the birthday boy, man. You're
Yeah.
18 years old.
Yeah.
Send it.
You're 18
Absolutely,
years
because
old.
the legal age
Yeah.
of drinking is 18 in the UK. So,
Mhm.
um, can't say or will not plead the fifth on what if I'd had some sort of training before that event. Or
If my parents
maybe
are watching, they have no idea. Ooh.
no, my dad used to buy it me.
Love it. Oh my gosh, that's so
Uh,
funny. But yeah, like I'm the same way. Like I've never blacked out before. Like I've always have parts being a little hazy. Yeah, but like blackout,
no.
no. But I like, but again, like it's a safety thing. Like, and I'll lead it at this before we transition off of, stories. When you're drinking, if you're going to drink a lot, make sure you are in a secure, safe environment. That being your home, a friend's house that
Yeah,
you
or you have a
trust.
lift.
Yeah, or you have a lift. Yeah, just
Schedule
just
the
make sure
lift.
you're in a good area. Don't fucking get behind the wheel, please, for the love of God. Do not do that. If you do that, you are a shit human being. Do
Yep.
not do that because this is not worth it. It sure you might get home safe that one time, but then you're gonna keep doing it and you're gonna keep doing it. Then there's just gonna be that one day where you hit something or you merge or you turn right when you're not supposed to or something like that. And you get pulled over and your life is fucked because you've been drinking and driving. So
Yep.
don't do it. Never. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Listen to those commercials. I will listen to those. Listen to those commercials, guys. Be safe and be smart. Goodness. But anyways, after the little soapbox, drink responsibly, guys. There is one thing I wanted to talk about because I saw this literally yesterday, and I put it in the chat with
Oh yeah.
Jake, and I don't know if this is something that maybe I missed or something like that, but I was scrolling on TikTok last night in bed, and apparently Sony has announced something called dynamic pricing, which is, if you don't know, where they change what games cost certain amounts based on your purchase history. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? Like, oh, surely that means like, oh, since I buy a lot of games, they might offer me more of a discount or more or whatever because I'm a consumer, right? No. What
Yeah,
it means
definitely
is
more
if you
sinister
have
than
a
that.
yeah, if you have a habit of buying a lot of games, the game that originally cost $60 might be on sale for you for $50, but for the other guy who does not buy as many games might be on sale for $30. And I saw this and I said, "This is fake. This is bullshit. It's April Fools today. There's no way." And then I clicked the comments and I saw they were from February and I said,
Oh,
"You've got to be fucking kidding me." And I'm like, "I think I bought a game or two." I'm like, "Did I get dynamic price and not have known it?"
no,
And
is
I'm
that when it
like,
came in?
"But like I don't know. I just saw someone announce it. So like it was like they made the video in February, I'm guessing, when they like mentioned it, right? So I don't know if it's like it's gone into effect yet or it's going to be in effect. I haven't done much more research about it, but that is some bullshit if
'Cause
I had ever heard it.
I'd
That's
seen
crazy.
reports of it in, I forget which store, but if the store has like electronic price stickers, like where you'd
Yeah.
expect the price to be like next to the product. If they're
Mhm.
electronic, they can do dynamic pricing, um,
Mhm.
which is crazy. Like you can literally watch it go up or down, like in front of you.
Okay.
And it also raises a question of if that was the case in real life, if I pick up that item off the shelf and it's say
Mhm.
$3.50, um,
Mhm.
what happens when I get to the checkout and as it's gone to $4? Like what price do I pay? Because
Yeah.
I chose to pay at 3.50. I didn't choose to pay at 4. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, if they're doing it for games, then that's not well. Yeah, I don't. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Like the
Yeah.
developer and the developer should be able to pick the price of their game and price it accordingly.
Mhm.
They make it for a set price, and then Sony or Microsoft or Steam take whatever they want on the cut, but that's factored in. Don't give me this bullshit of like, oh, Sony tax, where it's just going to miraculously just change pricing. I hope it's just some delayed April Fool's joke where someone's planted the seed in February.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's just interesting because it's just like, okay, while I appreciate the fact that like we're trying to adjust it to maybe bring people in at a lower price point, right? Because like at the end of the day, it's kind of like, all right, well, we know like it's like let's think about like let's put it in a frame like for us for Nintendo, right? Nintendo knows that Jake and Luke are gonna pay full price for a Pokemon game, right? They know no matter what, when and ways it's going to come out, they're going to set that game at 69.99, and Jake and Luke are buying that game. One, because they love they're bought into the franchise, and two, they talk about it, and three, it's their first love, and they're part of their brain from the childhood has been fucked because now they recognize Pokemon and they associate that. Learn that's a Harvard study we'll talk about in a second that
I
I saw
saw that
on
come up on my
TikTok.
feed too. I sent it to Rachel.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? But but maybe for like I don't know, like Joe down the street who maybe only played Pokemon Ruby back in the day and he got a Switch 2 and he sees the new Pokemon games out and they offer it to him for $10 cheaper and he decides to go for it. Like, and now they have a new consumer that is playing their game. Like, I can see where they're coming from in that aspect of trying to get new people in, but like at the end of the day, you're just shafting your fan base. You're shafting the people who have been supporting you, right? Because there might be a day when, like, you know, I maybe lose my job or something like that, and then I can't afford to get the pay the $70. But it'd be nice, like, oh, cool, it's on sale, and I can get it for $50, and I can afford that. Like, that'd be cool, right? So I'm not a big fan of it. I think when it comes to gaming, like again, the way it was said in the videos, like they will adjust the prices based on consumer spending habits. So again, focusing on people who buy more games will not get the discounts versus the people who buy less games. And I'm like, that is stupid. It should be shifted. Like, if you don't do dynamic pricing based on sales figures, right? More people are buying this game, so we'll adjust the price and keep it at this price because people are buying it no matter what. Versus like, a game who's not doing well sales adjusting the price because it's like that's what the market demands. Like if we want to make money, the game that costs $50 at launch sold less than 200,000 units in the first month. Maybe we're going to drop the price by $10 and see if we can get those sales back up. And then maybe they'll jump it back up to 50 after they do it like for a month or two, right? Like that's fine. Like I think that would be a smarter way to use it, but not using it in that sense. It just doesn't
No,
logistically make
I
sense,
can't
and
see
it's
how
stupid.
anyone other than Sony will benefit from that ever.
Yeah,
Like it just
exactly. Yeah.
it's bad for the consumer, it's bad for the developer, it's bad
Mhm,
just because what it also creates is people don't realize this when you do like dynamic pricing and like Steam is one of those as well where there's so many frequent sales that you can literally go into the listing and see previous sales, and people will
mhm.
just hold out and not buy. It's stock markets. I'm not going to buy high. I'm going to buy low. It's like
Yeah.
so so if I go through the previous sale history and I see that game at $30 and that's the lowest it's ever been, if I see it at 35 on sale, it's like right, okay, give it to $5. I'll justify that. But if I see it at like 72, I'm never going to buy it. So effectively, you're
Yeah.
just manipulating the market to not buy games at a
Mhm.
certain point,
Stupid.
and it
Dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb.
yeah, and then
It's so
what
dumb.
happens to well, I suppose people just go buy physical media again. Right, it just comes
Yeah,
down to I'll just go into the
that's
shop
what
and
you
buy
do.
it because the shop isn't going to do dynamic pricing, and I could get something
Mhm.
stable.
Yep, and they're getting rid of that they're trying to get rid of physical media.
Yeah,
So, there you
uh,
go. It's all we're
fucking
all getting
dogs,
fucked.
absolute dogs. They're all fucking
Uh,
dogs. Yeah,
but yeah,
I hate, I don't agree with that. Don't think it. I hope
yeah,
it never comes in, or if they do
yeah.
it and it's an absolute fucking car crash.
They get rid of it. Yeah. Car crash, get rid of it. Like, no, no, thank you. But in funner news that we saw on TikTok, apparently, uh, our brain chemistry has been altered because we played Pokemon at a very, very early age. Apparently, this study they did a independent study. I think it was at Harvard, I think, or one of those prestigious U.S. schools, um, where they did a case study where they people were shown images of Pokemon in a specific part of their brain would light up, and I don't know the full scope of it, but it makes so much sense of why still love Pokemon, and we are over 30, and it's still
It's all
and
one
it's
big
still
psyop.
a major part of our life.
it's
So much.
it's one
It's
big
crazy,
psyop.
right?
They've infiltrated our brains, and now and it's just one of the best marketing tools that has ever come out because
Yep.
it's there forever. And
Yeah. They're like,
it is strange. I've had this before where I
mhm.
could reel off every name of every Pokemon. I
Yeah.
can. People have it with songs as well. I could play you a
Mhm.
song from 10 years ago, and you'll still know the words to that song.
Mhm.
But if I ask you to recall something that your lecturer said 10 years ago, mm-mm, nope,
Nope.
it's gone
Nope.
forever.
Yep.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Yep.
like
That's all I remember. That's all I remember from biology. Is
wood
that
wood lice like moist, damp, dark environments, and that's it.
Yep. Yep. I don't even know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what a neutron was. I was like, I think it's something.
But that right there, that's a rough look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that
I couldn't
straight off the rip.
I couldn't tell you I couldn't tell you what an onomatopoeia is, or I couldn't tell you what this I couldn't tell you the periodic element for like magnesium. Actually, I do, it's Mg. But like
Yeah,
I mean, I couldn't, but I could be like, you know what that is? That is a Drifloon.
yeah. And I know where that's caught, and I know that it comes out only on Fridays.
Yep, at the Valley Wind Works, and and you can only get it one time.
Yeah.
It's a static encounter. Like,
It does all
crazy.
make sense. I'm glad someone went to the efforts to
To
prove that.
do a study. Yeah.
To pro-
Like, I'm just imagining, like, the guy who wanted to do the study, he's just like, "Why the fuck do I know all these Pokemon and I can't remember my wife's birthday or some shit?" So he's like, "I'm doing a study, I'm figuring it out." And he's like, Ah, I see. I was just I was just tested by the Pokemon Company back in 1997, and now I'm fucked for life. Like, it's crazy, man. That's so funny.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, that was super neat. I thought that was so neat, man. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll end it on that one, guys, because
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
happy
good place to
note.
end.
It's a fun time, But guys, thank you guys each and every week for listening. You guys have been killing it. Honestly, the video side of the podcast has now become stable and hitting peaks. We're not really hitting any lows, and the audio side's just the same as it always been. Still think it's so crazy. We have people from all around the world that listen to this podcast, but it's called the Dual Hemisphere Hangout for a reason because we're everywhere. We're global, baby. We're global.
Yeah, you can watch wherever you want,
But
even in the skies,
exactly. And the
if you pay
skies,
for Wi-Fi.
yeah, just download the podcast, on Spotify before you take off, and you're good, or any podcast platform. It doesn't have to be Spotify, because we've been leaked. So, but, but guys, we'll see you guys on the next episode of the podcast. Oh, bye bye.